Yes, it's Monday, 19th of January 2015. This is the Stupidly Small podcast, the last week of this summer cast. Thank God I hear you cry. I'm Stu Farrell. Hello, Lauren Clark.
Hello, Stu Farrell.
Now, I must say, before we kick off this Monday morning, what a beautiful Monday we're heading for, actually. 24 and sunny if you're living in Melbourne, Australia. What have you done to yourself? You look $1 million.
What have I done to myself?
Yes.
One thing, and one thing only, which redefines you every time you do it. Got a haircut, Stu Farrell.
Of course.
And it wasn't even a redesign. It was just a very...
Grease and oil change.
Exactly. Anyway, got a haircut. As you know, haircuts for me always an interesting experience.
It's usually a whingy experience for you. You come out talking cash.
Oh, yeah, no, it's always expensive.
Oh, let's not go there.
Yeah, but yesterday I got my hair cut by a lovely French man, and it just made me think about accents.
Mm.
And because I was thinking, if there's someone working in, so say you're at a restaurant and you walk past the kitchen and you hear a French accent.
Right.
Are you more excited about the food?
I would imagine if you're in a French restaurant, you'd be more excited.
I just think...
I think it makes absolutely no difference if you're in, a Vietnamese restaurant. In fact, Vietnamese would make a bit of sense. Say an Italian restaurant.
Really? Because I just think
Greek restaurant.
The French must be better chefs. I don't know what it
just
is,
ask
but
them. Yeah, of course they are. Just ask one. But the thing is...
Yeah.
They've got a long history, of course. It's funny you say that you like the French accent because for me, I mean, it's known as the language of love.
True.
For me, it is the language of Vaseline or something. It is just
Vaseline.
It's just been parodied and cliched so much.
But that's the thing about
I find it disgusting.
Really?
Can you say that? Is that?
That's really terrible. Why?
It is for the French.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful, but maybe. Yeah, I really do think it's beautiful. But I also think that there's something about... So there's so much in what you're judging when you're hearing an accent. You're making all sorts of cultural assumptions. You, for instance, are going, well, I automatically don't like it. Because
I immediately think of, I can be married and have a girlfriend legitimately. Because that is like the go-to thing for French guys. Huh? It is like part of accepted behaviour.
What?
Yeah, you keep a woman on the side.
What?
And so long as you're discreet and you respect your wife.
Oh, as opposed to here where you can do it, but you just have to lie about it.
Well, here it's like, the dirty old thing on the side and it's all creepy. Like you could be the president of France. That is the most.
See, again, these are all stereotypes to do with...
No, that one's true.
Oh, okay. Well, my point is that every time you hear an accent, all of the things to do with... Like your brain automatically goes, okay, where's the person from? What does that mean about the person? You import all of these bits of information, cultural information about this person who otherwise, if they were speaking to you in an English or Australian accent, you wouldn't be thinking any of those things.
Well, no, the Australian accent is far from beautiful. But do you
it's not about beautiful. It's about like what if that guy had been cutting my hair and had said,
Wouldn't it be rather he made you a bouillabaisse? They're not known for their hair cutting, surely. Sorry, continue.
Look what he's done. It's a work of art.
But he started with a pretty good... I mean, that I could make any... like if you start with a piece...
You reckon you could cut my hair this well?
Listen, if you're starting from such a high base, he would have to be the butcher from Lyon to make you look anything other than stunning.
Oh, really? That's very nice, but it's... thoroughly incorrect. You should have seen
so what
my
hair
hair
better
when
with
I
a
went
French
in.
accent.
Yeah, totally. You should have seen my hair when I went in. He didn't laugh, but he came just short.
No, he would have sniggered.
You're really harsh.
Well, look, I grew up watching Pepe Le Pew, so my respect levels...
You know what that's called?
I know.
Racist.
Wow, Pepe was an animal. But
no, I'm saying I think there are lots of... And the other thing I think about an accent, so forget French, even if it's like... So not your Irish accent or your Scottish accent.
So they're not beautiful to you?
No, listen. Not those ones, but accents where it's the second language. So if you're speaking English and you're French, or if you're speaking English and you're Iranian, or you're, Turkish, or you're, from Italian or something, that when somebody's
English
speaking...
is the first language of the Irish and Scottish, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's the difference.
You said...
I said not if you're the Irish or the Scottish.
Right,
but
okay.
if you're the other ones. Yeah.
That's Italian.
Thanks. Point is, what is my point? It's yes, that's right. That half of the thing that so amazes me when I'm hearing an accent like that is that they're thinking in another language, and yet they're trying. They're sort of there's this effort being made. So, for instance, when you go to, I was going to say France, but let's just leave it to Paris. When you go to Paris, if you try and speak French badly, which I attempted, they say speak English. Like they just like hate you, right? And I said to my friend Mel, who's like goes there all the time, I said, it's really scary trying to speak English in Paris. And she said, oh no, you have to say I'm Australian, because they think that you're British from like next door and you've just popped over for a holiday and you can't be bothered learning the language, and they're judging you for that. And that is an example of somebody judging somebody for their language, for their accent rather. You know, and I got, and whereas actually all they want is for you to try. Do you see what I mean? Like
they only want some people to try.
No, they want everybody to try. So they would want you to try if you're from Australia, but they're like, okay, give her a bit of a go. She's from the other side of the planet. Let's just help her learn. Anyway, Mel gave me that tip, and since then, it's been like brilliant. The one other time I went to Paris.
It's actually good to be Australian in Paris as opposed to in the United States, where we're old news now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. Parisians are pretty annoyed by any and all tourists.
They're annoyed by everything. Seriously, they all seem to be hanging on the corner, drinking a coffee and, you know, waiting for the fresh batch of baguettes to come out of the oven.
When I opened up talking about
everything.
When you asked me about my haircut and I mentioned that the guy was French, I did not expect the French to cop an absolute belting from you today.
Well, there is a certain arrogance of the French. I mean, you must. I mean, and that's outwardly. That's to the world. Even now with this stuff we're seeing with the attacks there and the Hebdo stuff, right? The Hebdo, the belligerence. Like there's attacks going on in Africa at the moment, going in anger, and the French going, nah, sorry, we are standing by this, and that you must admire. Like you must admire their determination to protect their language and to protect their culture and all that stuff. But it also bleeds into just a general attitude throughout the population.
Do you know, I had to show a French guy around Melbourne when I was like in my early 20s, friend of a friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, well, you would think it might be like that, but it certainly was not because he did not like me, and he was all of those things you've just said. He was like belligerent. Like every time he'd say something, he'd criticise you. Every time he was
it's the same as working with French chefs in Australian kitchens. Yeah.
Anyway, and it got more and more like that. And I said to the mutual friend, what's this guy's go? Like, it's killing me. I can't. I'm having the worst time, and I'm pulling out all the stops. I've taken him to all the good stuff, and she said, yeah, it's just a cultural thing. Like, he spoke to me and he said, is she for real? Like, is she always this happy and like nice? Like, is she putting this on?
It's just cultural differences.
It's just a total cultural difference. And once we figured that out, it was fine.
Well, mon chéri, it's time to say au revoir because, as you know,
you can't
isn't that a beautiful
do
language?
That. Having just belted them for 10 minutes.
We must go, but as we do here in Australia, maybe not so much in France, where they throw it out the window.
Oh,
it's time to put the bins out in certain parts of Melbourne.
The streets are beautiful in Paris.
Oh, in the world, I should say. Are they?
Yes.
Okay, what do we got?
In St Andrews, Bayside City Council between Bay Street and City Road, East St Kilda, Dorchester in Boston, parts of York in WA, and Inverleigh, some parts of Inverleigh, which is near Geelong. It is bin night tonight. Thank you to everybody who tells me it's bin night and that they'd like to be reminded. If you would like to be reminded of that or of anything else, please get in touch on Facebook, Twitter, Stupidly Small, and or our website.
And don't forget, hit the Apple Store or the Apple Podcast area, subscribe to us, leave a comment and a rating. It really helps.
Yeah, it
and
does.
now, because next week we're heading back into the big time, back into the Stupidly Small podcast proper, we're going to need all your support to make 2015 an awesome year. But we must go. So, Lauren, have a fantastic day.
Hey, have a good one, Stu.
See ya.
Bye-bye.